Luka Doncic made his preseason debut. It's the first time we've seen him play since FIBA Eurobasket here, Perk. Let's pick this one up early in the first.
Oh!
Luka, that's how he started, right? He had a series of spin moves in the lane here. Come on, Malawach did not ask for this.
He did. Look at the footwork. And what was that called right there, Wendy? The
slippery
eel. Yep, look. Yes, it was.
Despite what these highlights say, come on, actually, I feel like we need to say this. He did have a good game. All right, so Luka Doncic, he can't get the free throw here, but don't worry, as it's falling out of bounds, somehow he makes this pass, Wendy.
Hey, listen, he's been getting ready. New body, new passes.
Nick Smith Jr. hits the three. About a minute later here, Perk, Doncic dribbles it up, and he hits the wing three.
Easy work, easy work. Got him leaning, then just pulled up. Look at the
little
stop.
Lean with it, rock with it later in the second. Luka dribbles up, deep step back, all smiles from Luka here. 12 of his 25 points, and this one came from beyond the arc, going 4 of 8 from 3. So the question, Perk, you had going into this one was what? How is DeAndre Ayton going to look? Well, this is him with Doncic here in the first.
And I love it.
And then take a look at this here. Clearing the lane, rolling to the basket. Here's Ayton on that connection with Luka Doncic.
He's different. He's doing it, drawing a foul at the same time and throwing a late lob. And, you know, it's just, I have to be patient and, you know, just really reading his eyes.
And you said you love it, Perk.
I do. And look, DeAndre Ayton did an excellent job all night long of setting good screens like that with creating a mismatch. Luka draining the three. He could make a living. And look, another great screen for Austin Reeves right there by DeAndre Ayton. You talk about sacrificing. Austin Reeves get his feet set. Yakum.
Reeves finished with 25 in this one. I don't know where to count Yakum among that. Ayton finished with 10 points, 13 rebounds. As for Luka, he didn't miss a beat right in his preseason debut. 25 points, efficient night from the floor. The Lakers need that with LeBron out to start the year. Here he was after his debut game.
I feel great. I felt great. I was probably better than I expected. You know, those first games are kind of rusty, but I was just very happy to be out there again. We've been having a good preseason. The chemistry is great, and for us to be great, we need to have a great chemistry.
I'm real comfortable. You know, I haven't really played with all the guys fully yet, but you know, I love the way it's going. You know, I love the progress, and I just love the commitment everybody's really pulling in from training camp to now.
A lot of interesting stuff on the floor and a lot of interesting things said after this game. Malika Andrews here with Brian Windhorst, Kendrick Perkins, and of course, Boban is here with us as well, joining us in our Los Angeles studio. We have heard all summer about trimmed down Luka Doncic, Brian. Now we finally get to see him. What stood out to you?
He looked in tremendous rhythm in this game for a guy who hadn't played in all in the preseason. We saw the results of not only his hard work in the offseason, but all the time he put in playing with the Slovenian national team. He came in great rhythm. I liked how especially he got to the free throw line. I do think it's incumbent on me to point out that the Suns were just back from China and they basically sat almost all their rotation.
Yes.
But okay, it doesn't, you know, it was a real competition game. You know, he looked good. Also, Austin Reeves was terrific in this game. Austin Reeves has had a great preseason, and between the two of them, they got to the free throw line 17 times, and without LeBron, you're going to need to have some more efficiency. And I think with Austin Reeves and Luka's usage going up without LeBron, you're going to see them hunting a lot of free throws. That's one of their specialties.
Well, I love it because we got an opportunity to see the miniature three. Luka, Austin Reeves, and DeAndre Ayton.
Instead of a big three?
Because here's the thing, right? The future, right, is going to be determined on how well those guys have chemistry and how well they can play together. Austin Reeves, in my opinion, outside of DeAndre Ayton and what he brings in the interior, Austin Reeves is going to be that guy to get them over the hump. If you look at Luka and the success he had over the course of his career making deep playoff runs, he's always had that second primary ball handler that could create for himself and the others. And I'm looking at Austin Reeves to be somewhat of that Kyrie Irving or even that Jalen Brunson, because let's be real, we don't know how many games LeBron James is going to play this regular season, right? He's already started the season off injury. So I'm looking at Austin Reeves to take that leap up from being that third option guy to being that second option guy.
Well, and then there's DeAndre Ayton, right? We've been waiting to see how that connection is going to look with Luka Doncic. And that little lob we showed you, it was the only one of the game. That's promising. Boban, you've actually been, though, in Ayton's shoes. You have been that partner for Luka Doncic. What did you learn last night?
Yes, I've been that. You know, like, Luka like when somebody sets a screen for him, and this is good because he can basically attack everybody from 1 to 5. And I know sometimes figure out how playing with him. Like I figured out, he don't even need the screen. He just like can attack everybody. Just little bit. When he get tired, he won't like that better screen, and it's easy to play with him. He'll find you every time. You see how he basically like looking for everything. I don't know how he do that, but this is like so easy for him, and for me, only need to score and then make a layup.
It feels like this is what the start of the season is going to be. Luka's going to create a lot of open looks. DeAndre Ayton is going to have to get used to having that sort of space, Brian. Luka's going to get his. Other guys are going to get open looks. Those other guys need to make the shots.
Yeah, and I was impressed with DeAndre Ayton defensively last night. You can really see he knows that his job is to come in and rebound and make defensive plays. He had 13 rebounds in this game. He had, I think, 3 blocks and 2 steals, or 3 steals and 2 blocks, 5 stocks. He is really focused on being a defensive playmaker. I know that we're going to default to paying attention to the offensive end. I think the Lakers are going to score. I think they're going to get enough points. The question for me is, can they defend? That was one of the reasons they went out and got DeAndre Ayton. They needed better interior defense. He's not a great defender in his career, but he can make a difference, and you can see he's trying.
The Lakers are in action against Luka's former squad tonight, although we do not expect to see Luka Doncic in this second night of a Perk, let's pick this one up early in the first quarter. Curry gets to his spot on the wing.
He's been getting to his spot all preseason. I'm telling you, he got it on his mind. He got it on his mind, Malika. Look, Steve Kerr's probably telling me only playing a few minutes, and he's going out there and then maximizing.
What we're not going to do is look at the fact that the Warriors were down 22 and then look out. Kuminga throwing it down. Nice setup from Curry there, and then a finish from Kuminga. And then early in the third, the Warriors down 8. Curry gives it up to Al Horford. Curry gets it right back, splashes the 3. The Warriors cut into the lead. Later in the third quarter, the Warriors up now. Curry dribbles behind the back into the paint. How does he do it? Sorry, Chris Murray, that was not kind. That was not kind. The Warriors up now, and then a minute later, all tied up at 79. Quentin Post passes it through the legs.
And set a screen.
Curry. A game-high 28 points for Curry. The Warriors win 118-111 in this one. And Steph, he looks to be in mid-season form already, and I think that spells trouble for the league. We know it's just the preseason, but he's put up 28 points on just 15 shot attempts. And what really stood out was his ability to get to the line. He took 13 free throws. That is something, Brian Windhorst, that he did once all of last season. And yes, there's been this conversation over the summer about Jonathan Kuminga and the holdout, and the Warriors haven't had a lot of run together. But this team, we know Kevin Pelton projected them to have an incredibly good record in the Western Conference, and I'm starting to believe it here.
Well, let's remember how they finished last season. They finished it very strong, and the Jimmy Butler addition gives the Warriors something that they've been searching for a very long time, which is a viable offensive leader when Steph comes.